Hello students, welcome to Vipin Sharma Physics channel, and as per promised I told you that I am going to start chapter Electrostatics today. Students, I am going to upload all the concepts in sequence wise, and don't forget to use the best way playlist. So here we start with electrostatics without wasting time. Electrostatic is that branch of physics which deals with the charge at rest. Now you will put a question, can charge be at rest? No, charge cannot be at rest. When you say charge cannot be at rest, then how you assume that electrostatics? Yes, it is an assumption. We study electrostats by assuming that the charge is at rest. Though charge is not at rest, it is assumed to be at rest because charge is associated with energy. If you are associated with energy, you are never at rest. Remember. Anyway, एक बहुत ही interesting story है about the electrostatics, how electrostatics is generated. You know, in 500 BC, let me put up the chalk. Here's the chalk. You know, in 500 BC, there was a Thales of Miletus. You will put a question, sir, who is the Thales of Miletus? Thales of Miletus, Thales is basically a post like mayor of a city. Thales of Miletus, Miletus is a city in Asia Minor. And Thales of Miletus, he used to rub some yellow resinous material, and that yellow resinous material he rubbed with his coat, and he found some dry leaves were attracted. You know, he observed. Thank you. Uske baad what happened? That after 1,000+ years, people like Benjamin Franklin, like Dufay comes. They found that whenever we rub the two material, there is charge. Charge is transferred from one body to another. So what is that charge? Who was the first person to tell that there exist two types of charges? Dufay, D-U-F-A-Y. Dufay was the first person to tell there exist two types of charges. And Benjamin Franklin found that like charge repel each other, unlike charge attract each other. Right? Now, frictional electricity is that branch of electrostatics or physics where we achieve oppositely charged bodies by rubbing. You know, when you rub the two material bodies, then what happens? There is a transfer of electrons from one body to another. One acquires positive charge, and that body which acquires electron becomes negatively charged. So this is a kind of an introduction I am giving to you all. So this is intro to electrostatics. Now students, when I was a student, I was asked in Viva, you rub glass with fur, you rub fur with wool, you rub wool with what, then what happens to the charge and all. So I was sometimes confused, and teacher said, hey come, you rub glass with wool. I said glass acquire positive charge, sir, wool acquire negative. Then he said, you rub wool with silk or glass with silk. Then I get confused. So just remember a tip. Great Franklin wears silk suit with hard metal shoes having sealed wax sole. Great means glass, Franklin means fur, wool, silk, hard metal, sealed wax. You rub glass with fur, glass acquire positive charge, fur acquire negative. You rub fur with wool, fur acquire positive, wool acquire negative. You rub wool with silk, wool acquire positive, silk acquire negative. You rub silk with hard metal, silk acquire positive, hard metal acquire negative. You rub hard metal with sealed wax, hard metal acquire positive, sealed wax acquires negative. So this is how you can learn glass with fur and all. Suppose you get a question, you rub glass with say polythene. Polythene comes in the category of sealed wax. So polythene requires which charge? Polythene requires negative charge and glass requires positive charge. So this is a simple introduction electrostatic part of the lecture, and next I am going to discuss with you the nature of charge and all. Hope you will give me the comments and how you like the introduction. This is exclusively for the students who are willing to go with the revisions, and simple in 5 minutes and 42 seconds you are going to have the introduction.